All right, good day, good way. Today is the 4th, 2/4/2023. I'm picking back up on number 17, starting from number 17 on the Phoenix Fyre grid. As I said over the past couple days, your number is just as important as the three stones you chose. Your three stones in order are mind, body, soul. Your number is going to be an overall gist of what possibly might be going on in your energy. It does not have to be of such a detriment to where it's, oh, I got to watch out for it. It could be something like, yeah, I already seen that and I'm already past it. It's a point of awareness, but also a realization that every single number counts. And that could get into some extensive work. But again, resonance only. So for example, let's take the number 89. So whoever's in spot number 89, you need to pay attention to 89, 8, 9. 8 plus 9 is 17. So 17. 17 has a 1 and a 7. And then 8. Because 1 plus 7 is 8. So all those numbers are going to have relevance, but the big point is going to be in the seat that you're sitting in. So if your number was 89, the biggest piece of the puzzle is going to come from 89, but tidbits as to what might be helping develop long-term patterns or trauma cycles, phoenix cycles as you hear me call them, might be better assessed by paying attention to all of the numbers that help create the number itself. So, for example, with this one, 17, you need to pay attention to 17, 8, 1, and 7. That's the components of 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. The 1 and the 7 makes a 17, and then the number 17 itself. So 17 by pretty much almost all tarot decks is the star card. Only with my way of reading, it's what are you starring in? It is really everything out here is designed to show you your energy, but if you don't know who you are, you're going to end up trying to identify with it. So you're going to end up starring in some other shit, but only think about it. The sun is a star. The sun does what? Give life. So if you end up starring in a bunch of shit, you've given all your power to it. So 17, be mindful of giving away all of your power. And another word would be make sure that you are the star of everything that you're going through. If you the co-star, if everything is you're defined by what you're going through instead of you are given definition, or if in the sense of a relationship, you're not equally yoked or you're not in a reciprocal flow, and it's just like, yeah, I get some every now and then, and I'm not just talking about sex. I'm saying, yeah, I get some reciprocity every now and then, and I'm fine with it. That's a on some levels that's the Stockholm syndrome, where you've become in love with the systems of abuse. And again, from a higher perspective, this whole planet exists in a Stockholm syndrome because instead of getting rid of the abusers, we try and find a way to make the abusers less abusive. So 17, what's going on in your energy? 17 got 18. It's the La Luna, the moon card in reverse. It says you're going to have to face reality. Remember, I always tell you 18, the moon does what? Rule over your emotions. So 17, you can figure out what's going on with you if you understand really what's pulling your emotions. This doesn't mean, since it's in reverse, it doesn't mean I have any emotions. If you hear me say emotion is energy in motion, learn how to move less. That is not disconnect. That is not detachment. That is not complete apathy or I just ain't gonna pay attention. It's more or less a higher sense of what I've been telling for a long time is, hey, not my circus, not my monkeys. It's not that I don't care about it. It just ain't got nothing to do with me. And since it doesn't have anything to do with me, make it make sense. So number 17, make it make sense. Before you end up starring in some shit, make it make sense. So from there, we'll go to 18. Again, excuse me. Number 18 will be 18 itself. 1 plus 8 is 9, and then the 1 and the 8. Those are the readings that might bear some level of pertinence to your energetic works on this Phoenix Fyre grid. And again, this is a collective grid. But what people need to understand is we exist in a form of collective connectivity, whether you want to honor it or not. So what I've been trying to teach y'all for the past few years from my personal experience is when you're dealing with collective grids, it is putting yourself into alignment with like-minded energies. You are focusing your attention in one set flow. It's almost like a bunch of goddesses getting together and doing a cleansing ritual. All of them are in alignment. All of them are focusing energy towards one goal, and then it amplifies the whole fucking experience. Same thing with a collective energy grid. If everybody is in alignment with working towards one set goal, then the energy gets amplification. You can work singly, or you can work in singularity, or you can work in unison. Either way it go, what I do affects you, and what you do affect me. Even in coming into source self, where I'm not going to be bothered by it, it still does not mean it gets dismissed. But if everybody will work together on the same wave, you understand what I'm saying? If everybody was on the same wave of energy, then there's less static for people to have to keep pushing off and around or falling into trap with. So 18, emotion, La Luna, the moon. I need to be aware of my emotion. I need to understand why my energy is moving, and I need to start making justifications for why I be still. Holy shit, the 11 might come up. So 18, you need to be aware of why you are so easily moved, and you need to have a better accountability for your energy. And it's not 11, but it's a 2. Judgment. Really everything I just said. Really 18. I'm going to be honest. Out of all the numbers so far, 18, you seem to have the easiest path. Whoever is sitting in 18, if you just would learn what stillness really is, if you would learn the true value of why your energy can't be moved, if you would stop hiding from the responsibility, or if you will stop making spaces for people to hide their true intent, well, I'm just going to see how this go. And I know a lot of people who do that. Yeah, I know everything may not be there, but I'm going to see if it's going to pop up. And then when the wrong shit pop up, now you're wondering why you should have ever did in the first place. That's judgment. Do not hide from everything that's being seen, aka alchemy. The alchemist, as I always told y'all, the alchemist is the first liar. The alchemist says, I see that lead, but I need it to be gold, which means somebody's going to have to change their value. Number 18, stop trying to change other people's values and make sure you don't compromise your own. So from 18, we go to 19. Putting it back in, shuffling the cards. 19, don't compromise your energy because you're the source. You're the sun. The sun does what? Give life to everything. Nothing moves without your energy. So number 19, make sure that you aren't going through cycles that require your power, but you always finding yourself feeling drained, or at the end of the day, you feel like people don't value you on the level that they should, when you really already knew that up front. I can attest to that kind of, personally, and I'm not number 19, but I can feel that energy from that, and it feels similar to me, or familiar to me, I should say. It's like when you do things for people, and while you tell yourself up front there is no expectations, but when you see the amount of energy that you put into shit, and then you look at how much energy has been given back, there's a little bit of disdain in there where it's like, you know what, why do I keep trying when these motherfuckers never meet my output? Holy shit, they never show you a reciprocal flow. So my own personal advice for that is if you're going to put out that energy, you need to absolve yourself from the results. Number 19, if I give out my power, there is no expectations for coming back, and I'm not going to give out so much of my power to where now I feel drained. Because again, in this realm of chaos and in this realm of collective consciousness, in disassociation from self, if you're going to show compassion or work with others, you have to understand to where the work that you're giving to them is not really working you. Get what I'm saying? So number 19, you can invest in others, but don't kid yourself. Don't shit yourself. 19 shows you 29. Remember, 1 is the pretty much potential. 9 is getting into the highest vibration, where 2 is the reflection of the highest vibration. So in this sense right here is I see the reflection of the highest vibration, and it allows me to be stable. So that is breaking a sun cycle, whereas the sun goes up, sun goes down. No, I'm at stability because that amount of control, which is a bad word, but in the sense of 9 does simulate control. If I have a control for the flow of energy, then there is no need to keep going up and down. So number 19, if everything is presenting itself as a form of balance and it works for you, you'll never hear me tell you to let it go. But at the same time, if you are only shitting yourself and hiding behind some cycles, then you're going to have to stop putting fucking band-aids on bullet wounds. Stability, stopability. Don't stop your ability from getting out of some cycles because you've now learned how to ride the fucking bike. Get it? Cycles, bikes. So I'll do number 20 and then I cut this video. Number 20, judgment. And it already came up. You've seen it in the cards. 20 is judgment. Has everything been revealed or is there something hidden? And in most cases, what's hidden and been revealed is really you. You get it? If I have enough judgment about myself and know what I want, what I will not tolerate, what I do that's fucked up, this is going to be what this Phoenix wheel will do to you. Is when I can take accountability and responsibility for my own fucked up ways, then I can better assess the movements of others and figure out whether they're even necessary at all. Do I need that sneaky link? Because why am I sneaking? You know, and it's not just sneaky link in the sense of sex. I'm saying sneaky link in the sense of life itself. Am I giving my time and energy to people who I've already surpassed just because it's a reflex to keep wanting to go back into these old cycles? Or am I going to take accountability for not drinking them fucking poisons altogether? So number 20, have good judgment. Don't lie to yourself. Deceit. Number 3, the divine feminine, the divine empress, but also I tell you 3 in my number system is thought. Do not let your thoughts deceive you. Remember I just got through saying don't find yourself going backwards into patterns just because you think you've learned how to stay in that flow. Just because you know how to flow in a pool of shit do not mean you need to be in there. So number 20, don't shit yourself. Do not deceive yourself. This is Oshun. Remember, if you know anything about Oshun, Oshun carries a mirror because she sees her reflection in everything that she looks in. Not just because she liked the way she looked. So if you look in the mirror and I see a reflection of myself and it's some shit, then I need to fix my shit before I go play with the other shit, with the shit of others. You get what I'm saying? So don't deceive yourself. If you're hanging around the same people that are a representation of the you that you no longer want to be or see, take accountability. And I'll cut it right there. Remember, with number 20, you need to pay attention to 2. 20 and 2. Those will be the 2 that will be relevant for you. And I'll be back soon.